Hey, 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 welcome back to Mic Drops, the No Fluff mini series from Leadership Beyond the Title, where I'm giving you short, powerful leadership lessons for women of color who are done doing the most for the least. Today's topic is how to get more done without working overtime. Because let's be honest, you are doing more than your share. You're staying up late, you're skipping lunch, and it still doesn't feel like enough. So let's shift that right now. The first thing to do is do less better. Not everything deserves your full energy. You don't need to take care or conquer the world or have all the 15 things on your to-do list be done to prove your worth. Focus on the top 3 priorities each day and ask what actually moves the needle, what's urgent and aligned with my role or my goals. Because when you are clear on what you're doing and you're very intentional, it will save you time. When you're overwhelmed, you're just wasting time because you're overwhelmed. You can't really get your footing. You really don't know how to make moves, where to go, things like that. Okay. So just make sure, be clear, know what you want, and you can do less, but do it a lot better than what you're doing it right now. The next thing is time block like you mean it. I talked about time in episode 20 of this podcast, and this is where you can group similar tasks together. When you group similar tasks together, it doesn't feel like you're multitasking. If you're constantly bouncing between emails, meetings, and deep work, your brain is tired and fried even before 12 noon. So here's what you can try. Mornings, focus on things like strategy or writing. In the midday, focus on meetings. And then on the late afternoon, you can focus on admin things, follow-ups, things like that. Now, everyone has their own kind of styles of what works for them. I tend to be one that when I work late, I actually get all my ideas rather than in the mornings. I'm like, what am I going to do? But these are better. I like to have my meetings in the morning because those are the times where I could just sit, I can listen, I could take in information I'm learning. And then as the time progresses, by the time it gets to late afternoon, evening, that's when all my ideas are bouncing. But you know yourself. So time block according to similar tasks and what works for you, because you want to protect your flow. You want to protect it because it's very important for your sanity and for your nervous system regulation. So do that. The next thing is stop over explaining yourself. Now, this one is big, okay? You do not have to write an essay in every email or explain every boundary. Simply practice saying, this doesn't align with my current priorities, or I can take that on next week. We cannot be yes people in the workplace, especially when there's less resources, but we have the same amount of work. We can't. We're going to have to learn to say no to some things because it's just not helpful. It's not sustainable for us to just keep on doing that. And so you don't have to sit there and explain well, I can't do this because of da 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 da. You're just talking about why you can't do something. No is a complete sentence. But of course, you don't want to just say no at work. But you want to explain why the no. But it doesn't have to be a 4-page letter, okay? Just make sure it's clear and it's direct and you're done, okay? And then the fourth thing is build an actual recovery time. Working through lunch, skipping breaks, staying online after hours, that is not extra credit. You do not get a gold star. That's exhausting, okay? Productivity isn't just output. It's also capacity. So step away, breathe, and come back clearer, sharper, and ready. Your value is most definitely not tied to how drained you are. sleep when you're dead or hustle or team no sleep, all that stuff, that is not a badge of honor. You don't get a gold star. It's not the best way that you should be and to operate as a leader. When your brain is fried, how are you leading people? You're leading people from a place of scarcity now. And now, when you're leading from a place of scarcity, you're not a good decision maker. You're not solution oriented. You can't be strategic. So, recovery time is so important. It's the way to get more done without working overtime when you have recovery. Okay. You don't need to work harder to get more done. You just need to be clear. You need to know where you're going, what you're going to do. You need to protect your energy and communicate the boundaries that you have. And you'll see how fast you start just knocking out work. Because now you've given yourself some permission to rest and to do things how you want to do it, be authentic to yourself, and to know your body. Okay? If you are ready to lead without burning out, or you're tired of being the reliable one, the one everybody can come to, because you're already stressed thin. You are already stressed thin. Let's be honest. Book a one-on-one coaching call using the link in the show notes, and we'll build a process that can give you time, energy, and your power back, because that's what you need. Thank you all for joining me in this mini series, Mic Drop. Hopefully you heard some mic drop moments that really has activated you and gave you a clear call to action on what to do next and how to be a leader in your career and life. Okay. If you really enjoyed this, leave me a comment in the show notes or in the comment section. Find me on any of the social media platforms. So I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, and find me there. Connect with me. I would love to have conversation with you and just talk all things leadership in life. And if you enjoyed this, let me know, and maybe I'll bring another Mic Drop mini series in June. Talk to you soon. Bye.